So you think men should be vulnerable, yeah?
I feel like they are. I feel like they are vulnerable around their women. But I feel like that's the same with a girl. Even if she's masculine, she's gonna be different around her man.
It's not when a girl is vulnerable, it's not a problem. We're there for that. We're there for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're there. We're there for you to cry on our shoulders.
Exactly.
But I mean, just to touch on that, men being vulnerable, I completely always tell men like, yo, don't be crying in front of your girl. You know, don't be telling her your problems. You know, after you sort your problems out, sure, you're like, yo, I had this problem and I sorted it out. Cool. But you coming home and saying, oh, yo, I don't know if, this job I got, I don't know what they're going to do. It's looking a bit shaky. Like, she's naturally going to be like...
But it's a partnership. You're meant to you're meant to help each other. So you're just there for the woman to look pretty and not too much and just sit on the couch and you have to deal with everything on your own. But as long as she's feminine, it's fine.
Yeah, for most part, the man is there to provide. He's there for that. So I'm saying he wants to be able to kind of get that burden off her and then and provide
what does he get in return?
And take care of her and her children, potentially.
And he can't be, in return, he can't even be himself or weak or vulnerable around her.
No, he can be vulnerable, but not to his girlfriend, not to his wife. He needs to be vulnerable to his boys, right? So if he has any issues, any problems, he needs to go and chat to his boys. Like, yo, I'm having this problem. Like, what do you think? And then they can, whatever, get together and try and solve it. But when a man is the rock in the relationship, right? So if he comes home and he's like, baby, like, I'm having like trouble, she's naturally, whether you want to deny it or not, she's gonna be like, well, sure. Like if they know, are you saying if they've been together for a long time?
Yeah,
sure, 100%. I'm with you. Yeah, she's gonna. Of course, they've built that rapport, right? They've got that long-term relationship. They've been through so much. But if we're talking about like, I don't know, 2 years or 3 years, she's gonna be almost like, she's gonna get a certain feeling in her. It's gonna be triggered. She's gonna be like, she's gonna be a bit scared, a bit unsettled, uncertain, because it can put that relationship, like it can make it shaky. See, we live in a world where we think men and women are equal and they like should do everything equally.
They're not
and
equal.
They're not, right? Thank you. But what I'm trying to say is, in terms of emotional, like they also don't emote the same ways. Meaning, when something happens to you, you go and maybe shed some tears, cry, or maybe like call your girls up. Yo, do you want to go for brunch this morning? I need to talk. Like, I can't. Do you know what I'm saying? But men, like,
they keep it in.
Men, yeah. Again, I don't suggest for them to keep it in. Remember,
it's not healthy.
Exactly, it's not healthy either, because it kind of can mess them up. Definitely not, right? Hence why we've got this, should I say, increase in men's mental health.
Yeah.
However, they should speak to the right friends. They should go and kind of have the outlet. What do you think on that? About that?
I don't agree, because I feel like men, the main reason they want a woman in their life is to support them and be there for them. And because a lot of men aren't even able to show that vulnerable side to their boys. Because their boy, do you know what I mean? Well, maybe you have a good circle, but a lot of men don't really get emotional with their boys. So that's why they kind of look for a woman to be able to, get that support and love from. So I feel like if your woman's not going to give it to you, then who will?
We're going to move on to some questions. I want to kind of end this with some questions. So I'm going to ask you some questions. And then at the end, feel free to ask me any questions you like on any of these topics, right? These three things, looks, money, and status, in what order of importance? So looks, money, and status. What do you look for the most?
The most?
When you're dealing with someone seriously.
So by money, do you actually mean they have to be rich now, or they just have to be ambitious? Because I care about money in the sense where their life is going somewhere, but they don't have to have money right now, like right this second.
Yeah, but ambitious. Okay, yeah, let's just say ambitious then.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then I'd say money, ambition, then looks, then status.
Tell me why, like, break it down.
So I feel like with money, obviously his looks aren't gonna look after my kids or do anything for me, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's just there for looks. But it is
100%.
very important still, to have that attraction there. But primarily, you need to have the stability, financial stability, I'd say. Like their life needs to be in place. They need to have a plan for themselves.
Okay.
Status, I feel like status is still important in a way, but I feel like that's also like a bit of an outdated concept, in terms of dating, where you have to marry or get with someone who's on the same like class level as you. Like it's not really followed as much nowadays.
Okay.
But I feel like it is still important because when you come from similar backgrounds, you can relate on more things and understand each other better. So, because I feel like when there's a lot more chance for argument when you come from different classes.
Okay, perfect. And then finally, any questions for me? So anything, put me on the spot. Everything we talked about, what do you disagree with me? Or do you agree with me? I think 3 points we've agreed on.
We've agreed at the start, but then I feel like everything else.
Wow. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't.
So tell me, like, what you disagree with, and kind of attack my points.
I feel like you're quite traditional viewing. You just think, that a man has to be the provider, and then his wife has to not work and stay at home to take care of the kids, which is very old-fashioned. Like this is 2022 now, and I've seen a lot of examples where both couples are doing a lot for themselves, and they're like a power couple,
Like Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah, Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's a good one.
We love to use like the anomaly, like the 1%.
No.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
No, it still
like
works
Kanye
though.
and Kim K. Actually, what happened to them, right?
Yeah, even Rihanna Rihanna's richer than, what's his name again? A$AP Rocky. Yeah, she's richer than him, and they work. I know there are anomalies.
Do you know them personally?
Yeah, Rihanna's my girl. No, I know there are anomalies, but around us.
You know what? I say if a girl wants to have a business, that is 100% fine, because it gets boring at home, right? Just like you said, looking after her children and whatnot. Sure, no one's saying you just sit home. I think he should, whatever business she wants to do, side hustle, whatever, he should fund it, right? He should.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should fund it and be like, yo, baby, like this business, no problem, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it from the comfort of your own home. You know what I'm saying? Without her like going out and like doing some, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like the middle point where I agree with you is that the man has to always be doing more than the woman. Well, he doesn't have to, but that's the ideal situation, because
100%.
If a female is now doing more than the man, it just brings up a lot of insecurities, and the woman won't be provided for and stuff. It's just it's the wrong dynamic.
Yeah, 100%. And you're 100% right on that, because women always look for not necessarily the equal, but someone above. So if a woman is earning 30K, she's going to look for someone who's at least earning 40K, right? It won't ever, be below that. Women date across and then up, across and up. Other men, like I said earlier, in terms of going to McDonald's and Starbucks, men have the ability to date down, right? They don't have no problem going to McDonald's and seeing this like a nice girl there and like taking care of her, right? So that's that. Any other questions? You've got me right here. You can put me on the spot. Anything you disagree, not just disagree with, any other question that's come to your mind that you want to ask me.
So would you say that you're fully masculine?
not in.
Oh,
What
put
would
you
you?
on the
Would
spot.
you? Yeah, I mean,
So do you think you're masculine? Like, would you say, you know, you don't have that feminine side?
I think everyone has like a bit of, both genders have a bit of masculinity and femininity in them. For instance, I think men, the certain times where men need to be a bit, for instance, when they're taking care of their children,
Yeah.
right? They have to be a bit soft, stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that,
But not around their partners, of course, unless it's their boys. They can be feminine around them.
yeah, man, look, that's my perspective, man. Like, I think other than that, man, I think we agree on like 80% of things, but there's certain things we disagree on. And I
Yeah.
kind of I thought that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What made you think that?
made you.
Because you know your opinion isn't really popular.
I mean, the thing is, my opinion is not popular, but that this is how it works. Like men are wired a certain way, women are wired a certain way. So just because, like you said, it's 2022, the wiring doesn't change, right? We're still hardwired to want certain traits
Yeah.
and then look for certain things in both the genders. That's never going to change, right? So that stays the same throughout time. It's, I'm not gonna you're not gonna look at find a 5'1" guy attractive, are you? I'll answer that for you. No, you ain't. So that doesn't.
But if he's under 6 foot, I don't really mind as long as he's taller than me.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fine. So someone taller than you, right?
Because men are naturally taller than women.
Yeah, 100%.